Hi everyone, I'm Becky and I am excited to show you my new book that I've co-written with Penny Alexander called Create Your Own Happy. Let me tell you all about it. It is an activity book for children ages 7 to 11, but would actually work with younger children, older children, or even adults, because all the exercises in the book are designed to promote happiness. They're designed to teach you skills to make yourself happier, to make other people happier, and to make the world a happier place. It's an interactive book, so you can colour in it, you can stick in it, you can craft from it, you can do puzzles in it, and it's loads of fun. The reason we wrote this book, well, happiness levels are at their lowest since 2010, according to the Children's Society and the NSPCC report that in recent years children's referrals to them from schools, primary schools, have gone up by a third. Mental health is always in the headlines, and it would seem that children are less happy these days than they ever were. And we don't want that. The one thing all parents have in common is that we want our children to be happy, isn't it? Just the one common denominator across parenting. And so we've looked at teaching our kids the skills they need, that no matter what life throws at them, they can be happier. They reckon 40% of our happiness is in our control, and that's actually quite a phenomenal amount, isn't it? Mindset is everything, and there is a lot we can do to make ourselves happy. Happiness is a superpower, and we want our kids to harness that superpower and then go out and share it with the world, because above all things, happiness is contagious. You know yourself, if you smile at the bus driver and say good morning, they're much more likely to smile back at you, and that makes you feel good. And then they'll probably smile at their next customer, and you'll probably smile at the person you sit down next to. It just passes on, and what starts as a tiny little bit of happiness in one person has a ripple effect out onto the world. Now obviously we're not all going to be happy all the time, and we're going to have a myriad of other feelings, because that's about being human. But being happy is a goal that we all have, and if we can maximise our potential for happiness, that can only be a good thing. So what does the book show you? Well, each activity, there's about 50 in the book, has a little quote. So let me talk you through one of them. Well, this is one of my favourite. Let's show you. It's about being a really good friend. So the quote is, a friend is one of the nicest things you can have and one of the best things you can be. Absolutely true. Then there's a lovely activity where kids get to think of 5 words that define friendship to them, that they would put in their friendship box, that they would then give away. Things like happiness, fun, being an encourager, patient, kind, that sort of stuff. And then they've asked to ask 5 different people for one word which is important to them in friendship, and add them to the remaining boxes. So it's getting other people on board too. And the idea is that whilst we all think we know what we'd like a friend to treat us like, we don't often think about what we give in terms of friendship. We want our children to consider how they should be as a friend and what they can give. And then with each activity, we look at the why. We look at the science behind it. And so it makes sense to a child, really. Children love to ask why, don't they? And science gives an evidence base. Research gives an evidence base to why are you telling the children to do this. So in this respect, it says having friends can literally kill your pain. Scientists believe that when we see our friends, endorphins are released in the brain, which make us feel happy. So just by being with our friends chemically, we're happier. Isn't that amazing? Endorphins are also powerful painkillers. So friendships can help our health. Amazing, right? So create your own happy by being a good friend. You'll make other people feel fabulous and receive so much back in return. There's lots of great activities in this book, from upcycling to creating a laughter kit, to being a happiness philosopher, to learning to pass things on. And it is our hope that even if just one child learns a little bit more about being happy from reading this book and realises they have the potential to change how they feel all by themselves, that little tiny bit of happiness will have a ripple effect on the whole world. So Create Your Own Happy. It's out now, published by Harper Collins, by Becky Goddard-Hill, me, and Penny Alexander. We really, really hope you enjoy it.